Right, well, so I just landed in my motel room for the night, just about to set up, doing my editing, blah, blah, and then I get this message from a Daryl Mackay. His comment is, good luck getting through New South Wales and that heap of shit. Well, Darren Mackay, Matthew, whatever your name is, go fuck yourself, mate. You're nothing but a piece of shit fucking dog. I saw the other comment you meant, so why don't you just fuck off and stroll some other fucking channel, get fucked cunt. Right, let's get on with the video.
Morning world, Hippy Trev here. So, it's the start of the trip. Give the boat a bit of a warm up, roll the derry before I'm ready to go, roll the intro.
Hi, Hippy Trev here, and welcome to my channel. Hope you get something out of it.
Oh yeah, well, just the start of a 1,000 mile trip down, a bit over 1,000 miles down, 1,000 miles back. And give me a second, I'm just going to roll the derry while the motor warms up. So yeah, it's over 1,600 k's down, so it's about 2,100 miles down and back, which is about 3,200 k's down and back. So and I got my Steffi scarf, so I'll still be smelling Steffi's knickers all the way down. Back. Get buckled up here. I won't be filming every part of the trip, every step of the way, and I'll just shut off here and there and whatever. So really, first stop will be for Kingaroy, or fuel wise it could be as far as Dalby, which is a good couple of hours from now. Run out. CB on. Yes, scan. That scans all the channels. Leaving the safety of my driveway. The sun's not long up. All my windows are fogged up. Hopefully that won't be a problem. And we're off. Let's hope the boat makes it. I really hope it makes it. So yeah, this is the trip down to Vic to say goodbye to my best mate, brother Pete. We've known each other for many years. My glasses are fogging up as well. My window's so fogged up I can't see out of it. That'll clear very quickly. Like I said, I'm not going to harp on the trip down what this is all about, so I'm just going to try and make it somewhat enjoyable as I can. I can't see anything coming, nothing's coming. Rightio. Leaving the big. I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't bloody nervous, because I am. I'm extremely nervous about this. I really have no idea how the boat's going to go. I clicked on this morning and some fucking clown reckons I should get my rust bucket of a car off the road. Well, you know what, go fuck you, buddy. This ain't no rust bucket, so fuck you, piss off. Rightio, we're up to cruising speed. Like I said, I won't film every step of the trip. But it's sure as shit going to be a long one. I'm estimating at least 2.5 days down, something like that. So at the moment everything sounds good, feels good, looks good, but hopefully that won't change. And also, like I said in the last video, that road from Dalby down to Mooney, or even from Bell down to Dalby, is a pretty rough bloody country out there, which is going to take its toll on the car. So beautiful Kyla Mountain, Mount Walsh over in the distance, so I won't be seeing that for at least another week. I can't wait to see that in camera when I start pulling back into the big. Rightio, well, so yeah, not much to say at the moment except this is the start of the trip. Let's hope we do okay. And I guess I'll get back to you a bit later when I'm further down the track, and I don't know, I'll just... What's that, cow on the side of the road? Yep, fucking hell, look at that, there's a cow on the side of the road right there. Well, a young steer. A young T-bone steak right there on the side of the road. So already the warning signs are out to take it easy. I'll catch you later and see how far we get when we get. Later. Anyway, well, it's just on an hour in the trip, maybe a bit more. Just pulling in the top end of Mergen. Yeah, I'm feeling it already. And I just gotta hope the car makes it. So far it seems okay, but we're only an hour in. So, a little bit of a ping there. So we're about an hour in, just pulled into, well, just come out the top end of Mergen, now heading down into Wandi. I think from Wandi it's down into Kingaroy. So I might make a first fuel stop there just to see how everything's running. I'm feeling it already. A little bit of a ping shouldn't be there. I just hope that's not the start of something happening. I'll turn you around. It's only 11 to Wandi, 41 down to Kingaroy. It is the weekend, so I'm expecting a shitload of traffic on the road. This road can get pretty busy at times. So look, I've always been a bit of a risk taker, and certainly attempting to drive this down to Victoria and back is certainly one hell of a risk. The last time I drove this down to Victoria was a 6-cylinder, and it took 2 attempts, but I did get down and back on that trip. Yeah, I've always been a risk taker. Right from the age of 14 when I ran away from home. Took off from home when I was 14. Ended up hitchhiking from Victoria, all the way over to Western Australia, all the way up to Carnarvon, then back down, and then back over to Victoria. And was always riding around on old bloody cars and bikes and everything that we did back then in the early 80s. I think it was in around 88. I had this old VJ Charger. I jumped in, left Melbourne, drove all the way to Perth. Hung over there for a while. Bought this old fucking 754 Honda. Chucked me dogger on the tank, had a 9-year-old girl on the back. Travel from Perth back to Victoria on the 754 on worn out tyres and changing sprockets, and we made that trip. Done that trip 3 times, my dog standing on the petrol tank, Melbourne, Perth and back. And all on old Honda K2 754 Hondas. Absolutely amazing. Had a few dramas along the way where I had a back wheel collapse on one trip. I'm really not 100% sure I'm up to this trip. I'm feeling it already. I'm only an hour into the trip and I've got another 2 days of this. One of the biggest risks I ever took, well, one of the few biggest risks I ever took was I was living on the farm down in Sale. The twins had just left and gone back to Perth. And I thought, well, there's no reason to stay on the farm anymore. I'm gonna, you know, I've done my tour of duty there again. So I found this old round-back Bedford bus, this 1963 Bedford school bus that had been decked out, sitting up in the snowy mountains. It was $5,000. Hadn't been run for years. Had a 308 straight gas, no petrol. $5 grand. So I sold up everything I owned. Had a beautiful ZD Fairlane. Wouldn't believe I only got $2 grand for that. Sold me $5,000 camera I had. Sold absolutely everything. And raked up the $5 grand cash and had this friend drive me all the way up the Snowies, get up there. And this thing had no brakes at all. Well, it had a handbrake and that was it. Handbrake and a crushed gearbox. I thought, well, I'm here, I bought it. So I jumped in this old round-back Betty bus that I'd never driven before. And I'd literally drove it off the snowy mountains with nothing but a handbrake and a crushed gearbox. Oiled its box all the way back to Sale because I'm pretty sure it had a stuck thermostat. Got back to the farm, literally moved in it the very next day, and then started condensing a 4-bedroom, well, a 3-bedroom house down into a bus, and going on short trips just down to like, where did I go to? Marley Point, back quite a few times. The first trip out that night, all the electrics failed, the gas lines broke, a heap of other things went wrong, which was perfect because I was only, you know, about 10k from home. So I got home and set about fixing all those things, sanded it back and spray painted it, cleaned it all up, made it look good. Had no rego on it. So I just bolted some dodgy WA plates on it. Still had no brakes. Painted her up, load her up. Drove straight into Melbourne and landed on Monbulk Mountain in Melbourne. On top of the mountain in Monbulk, got stuck there for about 3 months. Couldn't get off the mountain. Ended up, met this chick, Chrissy Bomb, and she totally painted the whole inside of the bus just for all hippie shit. It was just absolutely fantastic. Then after a tumultuous couple of months with her, I had to get out of there. Bloody tobacco keeps going out. So to get off the mountain, I mean, I was fully loaded and had a trailer on the back with a big air compressor and my VF1000 and literally everything I owned. I'll come into Windi now, I'll turn you around. Market going on. I had to get off the mountain, so I went and parked up. I got underneath and wound the back brakes up as tight as I could, and I left at about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, because there were a few turn-offs coming down into Mooroolbark. I think that's what, Montrose. Coming off, where was I? I can't remember exactly where I was, but anyway, I had to come down the mountain into Montrose, and there was no way I could pull up coming down the mountain if someone wanted to stop and do a left or right and turn in front of me, so I waited till about midnight, left, crawled my way down the mountain with no dramas, luckily. I'm flying along Dorset Road at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I look in the mirrors, and both my back wheels have got flames coming out of them, literally. First night in Queensland, that old roundback bus I drove up, thanks to Ted, I spent here in Wondai. Just camped there on the left, in that little car park there. So yeah, I was flying along Dorset Road, flames pouring out each side of the back wheels. Oh, there's it. Was that an 8Z? And so I pulled up, and I spent about half an hour running water from a garden tap with milk bottles, throwing it over the back brakes until I put the flames out, and all I could hear was sizzling and popping and crackling and all sorts of shit. 140 down to Dalby, what's that, just under 100 miles. I should actually make that on my tank. And then proceeded my way back to the farm in Sale through the night, and taking one of the back roads. I was coming across, and I was about to hit the Princess Highway at Napper's Corner, where there have been quite a few people killed on that corner, just on the Stratford side of Sale. As I'm pulling up to the major highway where I'm facing a stop sign, the clutch pedal went all the way to the floor, no clutch. It was like, holy shit, if I stop this bus, I'm only like 10 k's from home. If I stop the bus now, I'm not going to be able to get it going again, because I've got no clutch. I can't pull up, stop, whatever. So as I rolled up to the highway, had a big long look left and right, and just put it back in gear and flew straight across the highway, and got down to the farmhouse in Sale. And as I rolled up, looked for the most level ground I had, and when I rolled up and then parked up and then just pulled up and pulled her into neutral, stopped. Still no brakes at that stage, still running on a handbrake. And found out the clutch lever from the bottom of the pedal back to the throw fork had snapped. So anyway, I had a mate come round and weld it all up, and that was good. And while I was there, I rebuilt all the brakes. And stayed there for a couple of months, did a bit more tour of duty on the farm, got the bus a bit more organised, managed to fix all the brakes, get them working, and ended up making my way up to Hepburn Springs, up to Bernadette's place, who was the lady I bought this car off. And spent many a days, years up camped in her backyard in the bus up in Hepburn Springs. Then I decided I wanted to go to Ayers Rock in the bus. Met this chick called Anna. Hey Anna, I doubt you're watching. So we loaded up the bus yet again, and with a crack in the radiator, somewhat blown head gaskets in this 308 straight gas, I drove all the way to Ayers Rock. No shit. I drove this bus all the way to Ayers Rock. Then we started making our way back south, because we're going to head back down to Port Augusta, turn right and head towards Perth. And as we're coming into Port Augusta, she said she had to go home back to Melbourne. I'm like, what? I said, yeah, I've got to get out, I've got to go back to Melbourne. So I pulled in this parking bay just south of Port Augusta, got on the CB, on the UHF, and put a call out, said any truckies heading to Victoria. My girlfriend here at the time needs a ride back to Melbourne, and within 5 minutes a truck had pulled up, Anna had loaded up and she was gone. And there I was left on my own. Anyway, I hung around South Australia for a while, ended up making my way back to Victoria, back to Bernie's place in Hepburn Springs, ended up getting another call that I think Mum was sick or something, so packed up everything, headed back down to Sale. Did another 6, 7, 8 months tour of duty on the farm down to Sale. When I had enough of working there, I went back to Hepburn Springs. Stayed there for another year or so, just camped in Bernie's backyard. Then got another call that Mum was sick again. So I packed up everything I had, headed back down to Sale, did another tour of duty. Did another 6, 7 months down there. By that time we're hitting, I don't know what it was. Anyway, I'd had enough of working on the farm. My back was pretty much fucked by then. So I headed back up to Bernie's, and it was winter and it was cold. I'm living in back of Bernie's place. I'm freezing my bloody box off. It's like -1, -2, it's fucking snowing. And my best mate Ted, who I met through brother Pete, or my best mate Pete, I met through him, was my best mate Ted. And we've been mates for many years, and he'd moved to Queensland. And I was freezing my ass off down in Victoria, just absolutely freezing. He rang me up nearly every day for a week, nearly 2 weeks, saying, come to Queensland, come to Queensland. So I packed up the bus, and the first stop was Pete's place at Mitty. Spent, I think, a week parked at his place with Bernie and the kids and everything. And then decided to hit the road, and I think it took me about 3 weeks to get myself up into Queensland. I spent a week parked outside the petrol station at Narrabri because I'd run out of money, and I was waiting for my pension money to come through at that stage. Found my way up to Oakhurst out the other side of Scarybarrow, where Ted was, and parked up there for I think I was there about 6 months, and then all of a sudden we had to move from there. I'd met this chick online dating down at Tara, packed up the old bus yet again and moved my ass down to Tara. Then I spent 6 years in Tara. By that stage things had changed. There was no way I could be driving around this old bus on WA plates. That was like dodgy WA plates, that was just impossible. And through turn of event, I ended up buying the house in Biggin and leaving, and I've been in Biggin 10 years now, so I've certainly been a bit of a risk taker. And then for the last 14 years, nearly every year, bar the odd one here and there, I've been travelling down to Vic and back. First couple of runs I did down was on the old VF1000 I had. Then I did a run down in my EK wagon. Then I did a run down in my F100 with my black Harley on the back. Okay, I think we're going to do an overtaker move here. I've got enough room to get past this four-wheel drive. And we're going to make it, yep. Woohoo! Hot dog, that's how we do that. And then I ended up with then I got the boat, did a trip down to Pete's place in the boat and Victoria, travelled all over Vic. Then I got the Harley I had now, and I think I've done 3 runs to Vic and back on that Harley now. One of the runs I didn't make it home. Engine blew up coming into Narandra. So yeah, I've always been a bit of a risk taker, so attempting to drive the boat down to Victoria and back right now is certainly one hell of a risk. So let's hope we make it. Anyway, enough of that chit chat, so I'll catch you a bit later. Right now, lads, we're coming into Kingaroy. So everything's running pretty good. Temps are running good. I got this, there's a little black Mazda just up in front of this 4-wheel drive in front of me here. All the way from the last little town, 80k's, 70k's, 80k's, 70k's, or like 50 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour. We're in a 100k zone, 100k zone, like 60 mile an hour zone. And moment it goes from 50 miles an hour down to 40 mile an hour, up to 50 mile an hour, down to 40 mile an hour. Been a complete and utter pain in the arse. Sneak past this caravan in front, shall we? Don't want to be caught behind them. So after we leave Kingaroy, it's to run down the Bunya Mountains into Bell, and then from Bell down into Dalby. I don't seem to be getting full throttle action either for some reason on the accelerator. The accelerator's not going full, doesn't feel like it's going fully wide open. That's pretty much Kingaroy done. I'll might catch you either coming into Bell, or I'll catch you when I'm coming into Dalby. Rightio, well, stage 2 of the trip started rolling into Dalby right now. So it's gone 10:15. Yeah, it's been 3 hours, I guess. I think I left around 7:30, 8:30, 9. It's been 3 hours down to Dalby. Feeling already, car seems to be running good, temps are all good. Oh dear. The next stage is going to be a tough one. That's from Dalby down to Goondiwindi, long one down to Mooney, rough road, very long run down to Mooney. It's about 70 plus miles, and then another 60 odd miles down to Goondiwindi of some really rough fucking country, really rough roads. And then from Gundy down to Narrabri, there's all the bloody road work. So if I can make Narrabri today, that'd be a good day. I'm not stopping in Moree no matter what. So if I can get us fucking camera, so if I can get as far as Narrabri, I'd be fairly happy. Well, it's just filled up in Dalby. Fucking $84 from Biggin to here. It's going to be an expensive trip down. Holy shit. 45 litres. Anyway, fully topped up. Got some sport drinks. Cute Jodie's gave me a call. Thank you, Cute Jodie. She's actually in Biggin, and she went to drop in to see me, and thought she'd give me a ring, and I'm not in Biggin, I'm in fucking Dalby. Some guy just walked over and asked me if they were plates, the original plate for the car, or the plates match the year of the car, which it does. So Mooney. 70 miles down to Mooney. A long, rough 70 miles down to Mooney, so. This is where the trip really starts to get hard. This, the Mooney road's as rough as guts. It's long, between here and Mooney, for the next 70 miles there is absolutely nothing out there. If you break down out there, there's no phone reception, there's absolutely nothing. I pulled the cap of the radiator and it was just clogged full of rusty fucking muck. Like really thick rusty muck. So I just poured a heap of water in and sort of flowed some of the muck out. So yeah, it was full of very rusty fucking muck. Righto, well, I might get back to you when I'm actually coming into Mooney, which is about another hour and a half from now. So righto, well, I'll catch you later. Well, we're stuck at some more roadworks. There's been quite a few, couple since I've left Dalby. I think we're about 15, I think we're about, between 8 and 10 miles from the Mooney. I'm going to pull up there and just check my waters and oils again. Like I said, the top of the radiator cap had a lot of muck in it, so I'm going to pull the cap, clean it.
Car up here anyway in the motorbike.
I don't know what that was about. So there's a guy sitting in the middle of the road up here on a motorbike. I think it is. My eyes are playing tricks on me. It's something that CB said, so maybe there's not. So yeah, a lot of these small roadworks everywhere. Oh no, I was dreaming. I thought it was a guy sitting up in front on a motorbike. Alright, well, I'll get back to it when we're pulling in the Mooney. Rightio, well, pulling in the Mooney. I can't believe it's the third time I've seen this petrol station this year already. And when I come back, it'll be the fourth time. 4 times in a year. That's way above my average. But anyway, about quarter to midday. The roadworks certainly hold things up. I'm going to pull up here, even though it's only the first 70 miles since I left Dalby. I'm going to pull up here, pull the cap of the radiator, try and wipe some of that muck out. Then there's another 60 miles down to Goondiwindi. And after Goondiwindi, I don't know how far I'm going to get. I sure as shit ain't staying in Moree, so hopefully I'll make Narrabri, which will probably be very late this afternoon, between 2 and 3 this afternoon. I'll be rolling into Narrabri, hopefully. But anyway, let's just get to Goondiwindi first. Good, service station ain't chock a block full. I wonder that bike behind me is going to pull up or it'll keep going. So I'm just going to pull up here, pop my radiator cap and see if I can get some mucky water out. What's that motorbike doing, I wonder? Rightio, Worlds, we're at Mooney. I'll catch you on the just before we leave. I'm going to pull up, roll some durries, have a quick walk around, and then get back on the road. So rightio, catch you later. Rightio, Worlds, just rolled into Goondiwindi. Just coming on exactly 1 in the PM. I don't know how many. I've done 200 miles, thereabouts, 200 miles. So now I'm just looking for me. There's a sign, Goondiwindi, we're here. Birth of Australia's most famous racehorse, Far Lap. And that's about the only thing I know. I think they took it to America and it got murdered. And I'm not sure if it was in the 30s, 40s or the 20s, so I'm just looking for my turn off here. So we've made it down to Goondiwindi. So I've done at least 300 odd miles today already. And clocking on to what, 5 hours? Time goes pretty much quick when you're having fun. Now, like I said, I'm just looking for this turn off up here. I'm not going into Goondiwindi, into the heart. Pretty sure this is it. Yep. I bypassed the main street, all the good servos out of town here. So this is the petrol station I'm seeing for the second or third time this year again. So we'll pull in here, grab some go juice, have a quick walk around, roll up some durries, get back on the road, and make our attempt to get down to Moree for the day. That's the plan. Let's get to Moree. Sorry, not Moree, Narrabri. I refuse to stay in Moree. That is one place I will never ever stay. Too much indigenous. Alright, touchdown. Rightio, Worlds, touchdown, Goondiwindi. I'm going to go and fill up and I'll catch you on the way out. So, alright, later, bye. Come here. Righto, well, so it was actually 120 miles. I actually put 98 in there to see if that makes a difference. So from Mooney down to here was 31 litres and 60 bucks with 98. So that was pretty good actually for 120 miles. All right, let's get out of here. No entry, right. Righto, well, let's get out of here, and we're on the verge of leaving my beloved Queensland into shitty New South Wales, which will only be a few minutes away. Right, I'll turn you around. Up to the big roundabout. God, for a minute there, when I left that servo, I actually thought I was still stuck in second. I hope that's not the case. If that's the case, that's the end of my trip. Alright. Round the big roundabout. Moree Dubbo. So let's hope a dose of the 98 in the fuel tank makes a bit of difference. Trip I come down a couple of years ago, hit a huge bump came out of here that actually bent the fucking handlebars. It was massive, there was a massive big pothole in the middle of the road and I didn't see it and I just hit it at full force and literally just nearly KO'd the bike. And it actually bent my handlebars, which are pinned to the scallops. Whatever river that is. Welcome to New South Wales. Woohoo! Hot dog! We've now left my beloved... Oh shit! We've now left my beloved Queensland, and we're now in New South Wales. Oh Jesus! The roads turned to shittier as well. Right, well, so we're 25 out of Narrabri. I'm nearly there. I don't know how many miles I've done today. About 300, a bit over 300 and something miles already. Been on the road. Whoa, what's that? 8.5 hours. And we're stuck in this perpetual roadworks. Pretty much 50 k's out of Gundy. We had a couple of long stretches from Moree. So from shit, the camera just shut off. Hang on, just turn the CB down. So from Moree, so far down, it's just been roadworks after roadworks in long sections, down to 40k an hour. So it was a 101k stretch. And probably about 70% of it's done between 40 and 60k an hour. It's had over an hour and a half to the trip pretty much, or at least an hour to the trip so far. I've had this bunny up in front of me since, oh shit, since before, actually I think I've had this guy up in front of me, I'm going to call him the bunny, but I've had this guy in this red ute in front of me ever since Goondiwindi. He's been the perfect bunny, he's been fucking fantastic. So most of the way down, until I got into Gundy, I've been just sitting on a mile, 60 miles an hour, thereabouts, and once I got into New South Wales, where the roads have improved, apart from the roadworks, but the roads have improved, I've been banging along 65 plus, and just keeping a good couple of car lengths behind this guy in front. He's been a fantastic fucking bunny, he's been great. So I've been following him for around 150 miles so far, and he's, you know, I just don't bother trying to overtake him when we're allowed to with speed. I use him to set my speed, so when we come into the roadworks and stuff, especially when we get down like when it says 40 k's an hour, I don't know what 40 k's is in miles an hour, but it's pretty fucking slow. So I just use this guy to set my speed in those areas. You can't chance it out here. I mean, if a cop nabbed you in a roadwork section and you're speeding, you're gone. They will take your licence. So I'm actually glad I've got this guy in front of me. I've got a big ass semi right behind me. He's on my bumper bar. I mean, he's kissing me, that guy. I've got a road train behind me, 2 trailers long, and he's kissing my bumper bar, literally. So yeah, so this is how it's been for a fair bit of the trip. And we get this in 10 and 15k stretches where you just bang, you're at 60 k's an hour for 10 and 15 k's. It's monotonous, it's frustrating, very fatiguing. I'm hoping my motel is available in Narrabri, the same one I've been camped in every year for the last 6 years. I always end up with the same room, with the same broken kettle I've had for the last 6 years. So I'm hoping, I was wondering about all the road workers, but I noticed they have dry camps. So a lot of the road workers here don't book out the motels. I have them actually on site on camps, but it is Saturday, so I am hoping my motel is free. I only call it my motel because that's the one I came about. But look at this just goes forever and a day. So yeah, 25 k's out, you want to get there, and you're stuck at 60 k's an hour for the next 25 k's or thereabouts. Right now, well, I'll get back to you when I hit the motel and let you know if I've got a room or not. So alright, I'll catch you later. Rightio worlds. Rightio worlds. Hopefully I'm at destination. It's just gone a bit after 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm rolling into Narrabri right now. I've been travelling pretty much 8.5 hours. That's how much roadworks makes a difference to travel time. They've probably added an extra 2 hours to my trip pretty much, or at least easily 2 hours to the trip with all the roadworks. That's how much it set me back. So as far as I can tell, I've done about 370 or 380 miles. Not quite just under 400 miles. So not quite 400, but I think not. Well, actually, yeah, I think I've done about 370 miles today. So that's it's over the 500k mark, but not a big amount of miles, and it's taken me 8.5 hours. And I'll tell you, I'm absolutely fucking knackered. But I'll tell you what, I also feel good. The boat's been running beautiful all day, hasn't missed a beat. A couple of little scary moments with the coil making its few dancey noises. But other than that, temp gauge have been running absolutely dead perfect left and right. Both temp gauges are absolutely running sweet as, oil gauge perfect. I'm happy to get off the road here if I can and grab a motel. That way I'll throw my shit in the motel room, go down to the LGs, what we call the licensed grocers, and I'll grab some milk, maybe some alcoholic beverage and some ice, and head back to the motel and get into this editing. But firstly, I just want to make sure I can get a room. Now it's along here somewhere, and I've got that truck up my arse about to kiss me bumper again. So I mean, motel's somewhere along here. Here it is. Aaron Inn. And there's road crews trucks here. Let's hope they're not booked out. Oh god, there's a couple of trucks in. Let's hope the road crews aren't fucking booked the whole joint out. And it looks like someone's got my room. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, well, I'll be back and see if I can get a room. Alright, well, I'm back. Well, I didn't end up with room 2 again, but there are new managements. So I told them the story of how I've been coming here every year. Well, I've been coming here more than 6 years, but I seem to get the same room every year, room 2 every year for the last 6 years with the same broken kettle as I've been saying. So I quite happily went in there and mentioned that to them. And anyway, they gave me a discount, and they've given me a room out the back. Not in the main section here, it's right out the back, and it's well truly hidden, which means the boat's nice and safe and no one will even see it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head down to the supermarket, down the LGs, take you into the main street, grab myself some milk because they never supply enough milk, grab some alcoholic beverage and some ice. I think this is the way into the main street, pretty sure it is. And then come back and start eating. So they've just taken over this motel. They've only been there 3 weeks. So, and then I said I've got a YouTube channel, and they were like pretty excited about that. And I said they're going to hook me up to their Facebook. I'm not even sure. Oh, there's Coles and Liquorland. That'll do. That'll do. So I'm going to get some moo juice. Some alcoholic beverage and some ice. Head back to the motel, download the footage and start editing. So, right, well, I'll see you when I get back. Alright, well, it's job done. I thought I'd turn the camera off. Fuck, what? Alright, let's find our way back to the Brunt Motel and the back road into the motel. Because I'm not camping out the front, they've given me a room out the back, which is absolutely fantastic. It's the room out the back, and they gave it to me as a discount, like big discount. So I got this room for $100 for the night. I think all the other ones, because they've just taken over, all the other ones are about 120 tonight, but this is right out the back down a one-way alley. No one even know I'm here, no one even know the car's here. It's perfect for what I need. Rightio, well, I'm backed in. We're here. This is my motel room for the night. I'm stoked. $100. I'm in Narrabri. I said, actually, I'll grab me. I'll do a quick have a look, see how many miles I've done. It's definitely a long 8-hour day. So left home to 300. Right, I've done 400 miles today. Okay, it's taken me 8.5 hours, but I've actually clocked 400 miles. So, check phone. No missed phone calls. No, nobody cares. Right, well, that's my job done for the day. I'm in for the night. I'm going to go in, set up, edit, have a few drinks, and pretty much call it a night and get on the road tomorrow. And hopefully I'll get down as far as at least Narrandra, if not further. So yeah, that's 400 knocked off 1,000, so I've got 600 miles plus to go. So right, our worlds, stay safe, keep your knees in the breeze, and we'll catch you later. Bye.